Hello, Aries. Welcome to your February reading. Hello, hello, hello. So, timestamps will be in the description box below. We're going to do a general reading, a love reading, and a spirit message for February. So, let's get into your general energy there. Okay, Aries, we have completion, full moon. It's better if I do it this way, right? Cave, sanctuary, and the Ice Queen, ideas preserved, non-action, and entitlement. Ooh, Aries. This is energy about putting stubbornness to rest. Okay? It's not going to help you anymore. Okay? This is like, yeah, it may have kept you safe, and that's great, but it's time to step out of that. It's time to close it out. Like that era of your life is done. And I feel like it shows you something this week gives you a choice. And it's like you have the choice to come out of it, or you have the choice to kind of live this cycle again. You don't want to do that, obviously. Okay, so let's get into the cards and see what's going on in February, my Aries. Okay, the Star in reverse, the Devil in reverse, and the Judgment. Three major arcanas. That's how important this message is, okay? And I like the confirmation because sometimes when it feels so strong, I'm like, but it is. It's one of those life-changing events. So you can, it's like you can break a karmic cycle this month, okay? So the thing is, you're probably losing faith. And what it is like you feel like you've had some really hard decisions to make, and it's that energy where you're like, is anything going to get better? Is it always going to be like this? Maybe I should just give up, sweep it under the rug, and I don't want to deal with it, type of thing. But this is a month where you have to kind of regain that faith and let go of kind of what has happened to you in the past or what has let you down. You cannot take it with you, right? You have to let it go so you can move on. You have to. That's what this energy tells to me. It's like you have to make that choice and you have to make that assessment for yourself in your life, okay? Queen of Swords in reverse, the Emperor and the World. Yes, better decisions, better thought process, positive ideas, positive thoughts about situations that may feel negative or may feel like the worst. It's like, well, that showed me what I don't want. That's the way you have to think about it, okay? So the World card, exactly like I said, it's about getting closure, right? So you have a choice this month whether to cut these wounds or go back through them again. That's what it is. You can heal them, put the Neosporin and the Band-Aid on, keep it moving, or you're reopening them and going through the healing process again. That's what this energy is about. It's about if you're going to allow your environment to overpower your life, or are you going to make the decision to take control of it? Okay. The Moon in reverse, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Page of Coins. Cycles. The Wheel of Fortune in this position talks about this being a cycle. It's a cycle of allowing your environment or someone in your environment to control your feelings, to control you. It's like saying, my job has control over my life, or everything is terrible because that's just how my life is. If you live in that philosophy, that's what you're going to have. And that's what this energy talks about. So it's like you have to face that misunderstanding that the environment or someone else has control over your life and you don't, right? So it's realizing that you have that control and not everything else, right? So don't focus on like the physical things in the material world that has happened to you, really. This is about remembering that you do have emotions. The Moon card does talk about emotions, and nothing's the matter with having emotions, but it's about using those emotions to have the proper thoughts or the proper way to deal with these conflicts and not being forced back into a closet, per se. Okay. All right. So many major arcana cards. Oh my God. At a 9 card spread. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. I'm telling you. Yeah, you're just tired. You're tired of the burdens. I feel like it's a little bit overwhelming. And you just are trying to find a way to give it space or to separate from it, sort of like dissociate from what's happening. I get that. It's like you're tired of the status quo of what has been, right? And you're starting to believe like, well, this is how life is, or this is how it's going to be. Um, but I feel like you need to listen to that spiritual part of you that gives you hope and faith, you know? Some of you may need to go back to church or get back into religion or spirituality. It could be that simple. It could help you build up that faith, you know? Um, yeah. Have one positive thought this week. It's going to be a lot of advice, so just bear with me. But have one positive thought or an affirmation that maybe you write on your mirror with dry erase markers. My favorite thing to do. So you can say that to yourself every morning. Put it in your planner if you have one next to your bed so you can repeat it to yourself. I feel like that will really help you debunk some of that negative talk that you have in there. Okay. Or, the things that kind of suppress that abundance of faith that you need, the mystery, the surprise, uh, the lightheartedness of life. um, yeah, because I feel like life is not steady. Emotionally, it's all over the place, right? But you can't let it drive the cart. You have to separate from those emotions driving your actions, your feelings, your determination, your willpower. Okay. Yeah. So do yourself a favor, Aries, and take a risk on yourself this month. Okay. Take a risk on yourself. Okay. And even when things are making you feel drained or you just feel like there's not love out there for you, there's nothing that's going to make you happy, everything's falling down the toilet. Focus on finding like practical things that you can integrate in your life to make things a little bit easier. Spending time with family, really good friends, something that made you happy in childhood is a good one. Maybe you liked Barbies. Get yourself 2 Barbies. You're an adult. You can do what you want. You know what I mean? Did you like Goosebump books? Buy yourself 2 Goosebump books on Amazon and read them. Whatever. You know what I mean? For some of you, that may be very helpful. I don't know why I got Orbeez in my mind. Some of you might like Orbeez if you have like sensory things. Um, Also, let me see. Yeah, it's about doing what makes you happy, not about other people. It's about finding that recognition so you can keep going. Um, yeah, this is for you. This is for you. Because right now you're not going to be able to break the cycle of getting like this month you're not going to get the recognition outside that you want. So it's more about finding something that gives you that inspiration to take on the next day or the next moment. So those are some things that I can advise you to do for right now. Okay? So I love you and we'll get into the love reading, okay? Hold on. Okay, Aries. Let's see what we have for you in love. I feel like I got a lot of cards here. Okay, we have deserving, behind a mask, creation, self expression, something new. It's safe for you to love and unrequited love. Be careful of settling this month. I'm going to be honest with you. This is about finding someone new. Okay. Um, I feel like you're either coming into this month or starting this month trying to give somebody a chance wholeheartedly, or think positively of the situation that you're in or this person that you're with. Um, I feel like once you get past that kind of hump where you're like, wait, something is off here, or something doesn't feel right, or I don't feel, it's like you just don't feel like something is right. Maybe by how a person is acting or how this is turning out, you decide that this is not the situation for you. Okay? And you're deciding to follow your intuition and follow your heart and look for something else because you feel like you're deserving of something better. Okay? So let's get into your chords. Your chords. Okay, Aries. And love. Two of Swords in reverse. Knight of Coins. King of Cups. Aries, don't be afraid to make a decision because you just are so in love, you know? It's like blindly in love almost, okay? But love can feel good. It doesn't always have to be a struggle, okay? Um, it's almost like you've gotten to a point where you have to make some sort of decision. And you're not sure. It's not that you're not sure, it's like you don't want to make that decision. I feel like you like the stability of this person in your life, or you like the consistency of them in your life. And they're happy with this, but you're not. Okay? And it may be financially based. Okay? Two of Coins in reverse, Nine of Cups, and the Five of Coins. I feel like this is financially based for a lot of you. Yeah, because I feel like they're not helping you. That's what's pushing you to feel like there's a decision that needs to be made. Like they're not helping you, or they're not giving you enough time. Something like that. They're not showing up the way that they're supposed to show up, Aries. Okay? And it's very interesting because it's almost like this person expects this kind of consistency from you, or for you to continue doing something. But you feel like something's off balance. It doesn't feel right. You definitely feel like there's a lack on your side of things. And you know that there's a choice that needs to be made. But there's a fear of being left behind by leaving this, by leaving love, feeling what you think is love, or what you think is, and I'm not saying that you're wrong, but it's like love, uh, full emotion. If I leave this, I will be cutting this off. Like you're trying to see everybody's point of view. You're like, but I love this person even though I feel this way. Maybe I can kind of push this down, or maybe it's not as important. Maybe it'll pass. It's things like that. Yep. So here's where we're gonna come to, because you have the Empress in reverse, Aries. Okay, and this talks about believing that you deserve things. This is that fear of scarcity, of losing something, leaving something behind, being the real reason why you're still holding on to this. And they will continue to ride this wave. Okay, they will. They'll continue to do this. This person is definitely riding on your patience. So if your patience for this is to break, this thing will crumble. Okay. Um, so it comes down to, and this is the real question, do you want to deal with this forever? Would you marry into this and be happy with how it is? And I can tell by this row that that answer is no. You're just hoping that it will change. Okay. Um, yeah. I'm going to expand, but there's not much to expand upon. Is there? Okay, Aries. Oh, yeah, your patience is keeping this together. Your patience, your kindness, your grace is the glue that is keeping this thing together. You are like, well, maybe this is just an unfortunate moment. Maybe things will get better. You know, this cycle may not last forever. So that's what's holding you on to it. Okay. Um, but the problem is if you don't like nudge change, it won't change. This person is very stable with what is going on. You're the one that's not. Okay. Yeah, you're fully aware by mid-February that there needs to be some sort of change. You will be fully aware that there needs to be one. But I feel like they're trying to convince you that there may be a misunderstanding or that things will change. You know, they're probably love bombing you, but the love bomb doesn't change. Yeah, it doesn't give you the clarity that you want. It doesn't. It's like they're making it known that there is an emotional connection, that they're very good at that emotional connection, but it doesn't get to the bread and butter of what the issue is. So it's like they are making you feel comfortable right now at this moment, but it's not sustainable. Okay. So yeah, because you still have these underlying thoughts. You still feel like, wait, it's just an avoidance tactic almost. Yeah. So you'll start to notice that things will continue the same. Okay. But you have to make the decision if you want this to continue the same. Because it looks to me like this person is really emotionally detached from you. They're really good at love bombing and they're really good at pretending. I want to say the word pretending, but it's not consistent. It's not from the heart. Okay. Um, yeah. I feel like once you have given forgiveness or they feel like you have moved on from this, they will continue to go back to discord. Okay? It's just about them kind of feeling like they're the leader, kind of, or they have this under control. Yeah. The whole thing is trying to show you that something new is going to happen, but none of these ideas have synced in, and none of these will change the direction of what is happening. Yep, going back, it'll quickly go back to how it was. Okay? Yep, because right underneath that, what did I see? The death card. That's what came out. Okay? So there needs to be some sort of change. There does. Okay? So let's get to your spirit message, Aries. Okay, Aries, your spirit message. We have grief. Release is the first word that came to mind. Trickery and impasse. Ooh, that is definitely your energy for February. Okay. So, your heart. Do not let your emotions trick you this month, okay? Sometimes things are hard. You have to have compassion for yourself. You know, don't be overcome by your emotions that you can't make logical decisions, is the easiest way to say it. You're closing out chapters in your life, and that's understandable. It's hard to let things go, it's hard to move on from things, but do not let your emotions keep you entangled in something. what happens is it's blocking your energy to grow, to expand, to have better things, to have something else. But if your mind is like, oh, I'll never have this, I'll never be able to do this, I have to hold on to this, you'll have what you've always had. Okay? And this is about newness, new energy, 2023. Okay? So I love you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.